So today I'm gonna show you how to curl hair 3 different ways. This is a Chi Arc curling iron. It's a 1-inch barrel. You can use this curling iron for many different purposes. I use it as a wand or just a regular clamp iron, and it's motorized, so it really saves your wrist from having to move so much. And that was just the reset button. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you. Right now it's just set at 360 degrees Fahrenheit. This mannequin has pretty fine hair, so I'm just gonna lower that to 350. You never wanna really go over 375 whenever you're curling. Your hair just doesn't need that much heat. Alrighty, so we're just gonna be taking random sections of the hair. There's no proper sectioning to it. You can see the side of the clamp. We're gonna clamp it onto the hair and just go according to the barrel. You don't want to go the opposite direction, always go the natural direction of the barrel. And we are gonna be curling it with the curls going away from the hair instead of curling inside the hairline. And so if you're wondering why I'm touching this iron, one good way of knowing if your curls are done is if the outside of the hair feels warm. That means it's been cooked and it's ready to be released. If it's still cold, then you know you can leave it on just a little bit longer. And if you notice that I'm starting from the top and slowly making my way down, there's a method to that. If I try and just clamp it all the way in the ends. Your ends are the most fragile part of your hair strand, and we don't want to expose them to so much heat at one time. So I start from the root and I slowly make my way down. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and go to the opposite side of the head, and instead of having the clamp in the front of the hair strand, we are going to have it on the other side. So in this case, it's gonna go in the opposite direction of what you did on the other side. It just helps me to keep in track that I am still clamping the hair, the curl away from the head instead of curling in. And so I am just working my way down the hair, allowing that to heat up really nicely. And like I said, once you feel the outside of that hair nice and hot, that means it's cooked and you don't need to leave it on there any longer. The curl won't stay on any longer than that. And a lot of times I like to hold that curl in my hand and let it cool down in my hand, and that just helps it to form its shape a little bit better and to hold it a little more. If you allow that curl just to drop instantly, you're allowing gravity to pull on it and the curl won't hold as well. Another little tip for curling hair, if you have just a medium hairspray, not a very hard hold or anything, you can spray that strand before you curl it, and that helps give it a little bit of stick to it as well. Alright, so now what we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to loosen up these curls. I'm just showing you that one half of the head is going one direction and then the other half is going the other. So now just with my fingers, I'm just running my hands through that until I feel like I really like the way those curls look. It just creates a lot more of a softer appearance. And it just looks a little more natural than a bunch of spiral curls everywhere that are disconnected. This just helps fuse them all together and gives it a really nice soft curled look for just any day. You can wear this to school, to work, you can dress it up, dress it down, and yeah, curls are just so versatile. Or if you want to use these curls as a base for an updo, that works really great too. I find that if one side is going all one direction and then the other side is going all one direction, it just makes it easier to pin up your curls if you're doing an updo. And I'm just playing around with this hair, floofing it up a little bit, just gives a little more texture and volume. I'm gonna go ahead and just show you from the side what it looks like. Super cute, and like I said, you can wear this hairstyle with anything. And if you would have thicker hair, then I probably would have sectioned the hair, maybe not just doing the whole head at one time, but this doll is pretty fine, so it worked well just doing it all in one section. Alrighty, so this doll we're going to use as an example for 2 different ways to make those really nice beach waves or just waves to your hair. So because she has a little bit thicker hair, I'm going to go ahead and just section her into 3 sections. And on this side of her hair, we're going to go ahead and do more of a soft glam look. And then on the other side of her head, I'm going to show you more of a textured beach wave look that we're going to do. And so now with the same curling iron, my 1-inch cheat arc, I am just going to wrap this hair around it. I'm not going to use the clamp this time, and I'm just going to use this as a wand. So grab a section, make sure it's not too big, just so we can make sure everything's heated nice and thoroughly. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make sure the hair is going to be wrapped away, going away from the hairline. Make sure not to burn yourself. It's very easy to do that when you're wrapping because you're so close to the barrel. And like I said, you just touch it, check it, see if it's warm or hot on the outside. Once it is, you let that go, let it fall in your hand a little bit and cool down, and this will just help that curl stay just a little bit longer, a little better. And these curls are going to be very springy and very bouncy, but don't worry, it's not going to look like that by the time we're done. We're just going to do the same direction for all of these strands for one side of the head, and then if you were to do these same curls on the other side, just make sure and do the opposite direction. As long as your curls are going away from the hairline, then you're doing it right. And I'm just gonna continue moving all the way, working through all of my sections until I am done with this whole half of the head. Man, if only I could work this fast in real life, that would be awesome. Alright, and we're just gonna skip through a little bit, and I'm gonna curl that piece, and now we're just gonna go all the way until we get to that last strand. This technique works really great for both short and long hair, so. Alright, so that is our finished result with that, but we're gonna grab our hands and we're just gonna run our fingers through that. Now you can just see it's a very nice soft wave to the hair. This is personally my favorite way to curl my hair, but everybody has their own style. I'm just here giving you some examples of different ways you can do it. Very natural and beautiful look to the hair. This kind of curl works great with half up, half down updos. And now we'll go ahead and just make it an even softer look. Grab you a brush, and we're just gonna brush it maybe once or twice over, and you can just see instantly it's just a very nice soft wave to the hair. And if you need to, go ahead and add some hairspray, but if you feel like your hair holds curl pretty well, then that is all there's to it, to those curls. I would probably just call them glam waves or something. But yeah, definitely my favorite way of curling hair. Now on the other side of this doll's head, I am going to go ahead and show you how to make more of a textured, beachy waves, kind of like a messier curl that's super cute too to wear for any time of the day. And then this time we're going to use the clamp again, and like I said, just make sure that you are doing it in the direction that's going where the curl is going away from the hair. So you can see I'm flipping that away from the hairline. I'm not flipping it in. Alright, so I'm going to leave quite a bit of hair out of here. And what that's going to do is it's just going to diffuse that curl towards the bottom and create more of a wave than a full spiral curl. So you can see I left a nice little piece of hair out, and you'll see how that comes into effect later. And you just continue to do that all in the same direction until we work our way all the way throughout the hairline. Now, if you're wondering about why they're all going the same direction, that is just my preference of how I like to curl hair. If you want to have maybe a little bit more volume, or you're afraid of all of your curls kind of eventually like curling into one big curl throughout the day, you can interchange your directions. You can go one direction to the right and then one direction to the left with the next section. And what that's going to do is it's just going to give you a little bit more volume to your hairstyle, and it's also going to make sure that your curls don't all curl together as well, so it keeps them a little bit more separate. But like I said, this is just my favorite way of curling hair, and it's super easy. You don't have to think about what you're doing. You just go one direction every strand on half of the hair, and then the other direction on the other side. And yeah, you just continue to work your way throughout that, and then just leave a little less than half of the hair out of your curling iron. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and grab our fingers again, and we're just going to run our hands through that. And you can see it's just a very textured, beachy wave look. This would also be super cute with maybe like a braid on the side, or maybe some twisted rope braids, whatever you want to do to just add to that hairstyle, but it's also super cute just on its own as well. I always just run my fingers through it until I feel like I like the way the curl looks. Maybe add a little bit of hairspray if your hair doesn't hold curl very well. And I'm going to go ahead and just show you a little bit of the difference between these two curls. So you can see on the right side, it's a little bit more of a softer, more of a definite wave look. And then this side, it's a little more textured and a little bit more messy, but also super cute. So I'm just going to give you a visual of how both of them look on her. So if you're looking for more of a soft glam look to the left. If you're more of a textured look, then go ahead and choose the one to the right. Both ways I think just look really cute on anybody. Like I said, it works great for both long and short hair. And if you want to go ahead and give your curls a little more volume, go ahead and bring your head down and flip your hair over, and that's just going to create really nice volume to the hair. There's nothing like that first flip hair feeling, if you know what I mean. Super cute. Let me know what you think of these or if you have any suggestions.